Cafe Stimulatte. Grab a seat and your favorite beverage. Conversation downloading. Namaste. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Welcome to Cafe Stimulatte. Thanks for stopping by and having coffee with me today. Out of all the places in the matrix you could be, I am glad that you chose to be here with me. Hello, I'm Paula. Let's dive into our topic of discussion for today. Today's topic is all about you, who you are, and why your existence is valuable to Source and the collective consciousness. Your essence, your energy, your journey, your evolution, your light, your very being is a contribution to our universe's expansion. Understanding who you are and why you exist will help you gain greater clarity and meaning from your experiences. How would you answer this question? Who are you? When I think of this question, my mind immediately goes to the one scene in the movie called Anger Management. If you haven't seen it, it's a hilarious as well as insightful film because Buddy Rydell, the anger management therapist played by the one and only Jack Nicholson, began his therapy session asking David, who was played by Adam Sandler, who was a first-timer in the group, this question: who are you? Which seemed like a simple question, but David seemed to struggle answering because he could not describe who he was apart from external things in his life. To the unconscious mind, this is the most common way to answer a question such as this. David began explaining his work and what he does for a living, which Buddy dismisses and replies, "I want to know who you are." This exchange repeats itself a few times with David trying to explain his hobbies and other things, which are again dismissed by Buddy. This caused David to interrupt and with an outburst, "I don't know what the hell you want me to say." This caused Buddy and the rest of the group members to draw back. Buddy was like, "I just want to know who you are." At this point, David was highly flustered and confused at this point, and he began to look towards the other members of the group for assistance in answering this question. And Buddy says to him, "You want them to tell you who you are?" Oh man, by this time he was really PO'd. If you haven't seen the movie, take the time. This is a must-see film. I laughed at this film because I put myself in his situation thinking about would I have done differently or answered the question more differently? I absolutely would not. I think I would have answered it the same way. Coming into the understanding of knowing who I am now, aside from external things, I can answer it differently. But what Buddy wanted David to understand was that our identities come from within, not from outside influences. This movie is very insightful because it shows us how we can improve ourselves by tending to and nurturing what's within us rather than placing all our focus on what's outside of us. We learn to find balance in both our inner and outer world. If we placed all our identity on our external selves, we would never come to be free-spirited beings because we would have formed too many unhealthy attachments in this world. In this episode, I believe it's important to lay down the foundation and understanding of who we are not as beings before we can get into who we are as beings, just to eliminate any misconceptions and false identities that may cloud our true essence. This clarity will pave the way for a deeper exploration of our authentic selves. This knowledge is crucial in the journey of discovering our spiritual identity. It helps us to peel away false beliefs, assumptions, and external influences that can obscure our true self. As beings, we have layers. Do you remember the movie Shrek? When he shows Donkey the onions, and he was like, ogres are like onions. As beings, we have layers. And throughout your lifetime, in this journey of self-discovery, you will peel back those layers. Because sometimes we begin to believe wholeheartedly that we are these labels and titles that we give ourselves. These layers, often influenced by societal expectations, personal experiences, and self-imposed identities, are not who we are, but tools that help us to scope who we are. In the process of self-discovery, peeling back these layers is essential to reconnecting with our authentic selves. Understanding that we are much more than the roles we play or the names we adopt in the matrix. Who we are comes from embracing our core being, free from the confines of external definitions and validations. That enables one to focus on what truly matters, like aligning our actions with our genuine values and desires. Recognizing this helps us to free ourselves from deceptive distractions and misguidance. Learning to distinguish between true self with external influences can lead to greater inner peace and contentment, as you are no longer trying to live up to false standards and expectations of the world. When you know who you are not, you will value it also in others. You'll begin to value more genuine and meaningful relationships because you value your own authenticity. Letting go of who and what you are not is a form of spiritual purification, clearing the path for deeper spiritual growth and understanding. It helps to illuminate, identify, and reveal the bigger picture of it all. So let's identify a few. You are not the houses you buy, the cars you drive, the clothes you wear, or your jobs that you work. You are not defined by the possessions that you accumulate, nor by the accolades and recognitions you achieve. You are not defined by how others treat you, or even what they say about you, no matter what caste system the world tries to place you in. You're not your tax bracket, you're not your social status, or your YouTube ranking. In the Matrix, these things are only temporary, but integral parts of you becoming who you are. The true essence of who you are transcends material and superficial things. Let's dive deeper. You are not your thoughts. You are not defined by what you think, but by what those thoughts allow you to become. Thoughts are the fleeting constructs of your mind, arising and passing like the clouds in the sky. They are not the essence of who you are, but rather reflections of your inner world, shaped by your perceptions, beliefs, and experiences. While thoughts originate within the mind, they are deeply influenced by external stimuli. The words you hear, the sights you see, the people you interact with, and the circumstances you encounter. These external factors can color your thoughts, directing them towards particular patterns and perspectives, but they do not define your true self. Your thoughts are tools, powerful instruments that can shape your reality when used consciously. They can inspire creativity, drive action, and foster growth, but they can also create limitations when left unchecked. By recognizing that you are not your thoughts, you can gain the freedom to choose which thoughts to entertain, which to challenge, and which to let go. In this way, your thoughts are not something to be passively accepted, but actively engaged with. They provide opportunities for self-discovery and transformation. By observing your thoughts without becoming attached to them, you can discern which thoughts align with your true essence and which are merely echoes of external influences. Understanding our thought processes brings us into awareness for greater emotional regulation, self-awareness, and a need for a more objective view of our mental process to rescue ourselves from the fleeting nature of our thoughts. Your true self is not confined by the thoughts that pass through your mind. It is the conscious awareness that can rise above them, using them as stepping stones toward greater understanding and self-realization. In this awareness, you find the power to shape your thoughts. In doing so, you shape the person you are becoming. Let's dive deeper. You are not your emotions. You are not defined by what you feel, but by what those feelings drive you to become. Emotions are powerful currents that flow through your being, yet they are not the essence of who you are. Instead, they're catalysts, forces that can shape your actions, perspectives, and growth. While emotions originate from within, they are profoundly influenced by external stimuli. The people you encounter, the environments you navigate, and the experiences you undergo. These external factors can trigger, amplify, or diminish your emotional responses, but they do not determine your true self. Emotions are temporary. They are states that can change rapidly. They are part of the human experience, but don't define your core identity. Who we become is shaped by our actions, decisions, and the way we respond to our emotions. Your emotions serve as messengers, as well as indicators, offering insights into your inner world and signaling green and red flags about your relationships with the world around you. They are tools, when understood and harnessed, can guide you toward deeper self-awareness and transformation. Rather than being consumed by your emotions, you can learn to observe and channel them, using them to fuel your journey toward being a more evolved version of yourself. In this way, emotions are not something to be suppressed or feared, but to be acknowledged and integrated. They are the raw material from which you can forge new pathways of growth and understanding. By recognizing that you are not your emotions, you gain the power to raise above them, using that energy to propel you forward on your path of becoming. This perspective allows us to focus on long-term development and character building, rather than being swayed by the fluctuating nature of our feelings. Our true identity and self-worth are found in the journey of becoming, growing, and evolving beyond these states. While we're on the subject of emotions, a quote, "Temper's the one thing you can't get rid of by losing it." Buddy Rydell, one of my favorite quotes in the movie. We are conscious creators. We are the frequencies and vibrations we embody, using thoughts and emotions as tools to align with our true vibrational essence. A quote, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Nikola Tesla. And also Nikola Tesla, all things have a frequency and a vibration. Your thoughts and emotions are like instruments in a symphony. They are not the symphony itself, but the tools through which the music of your life is composed. Just as a composer uses various instruments to create a masterpiece, you use your thoughts, emotions, mind, body, and soul as integral components to manifest your reality. When these elements are in harmony, they resonate with the higher frequencies of your true essence, creating a state of balance and coherence. It's in this state that you can truly bring forth your manifestations. Every thought, every emotion, every action contributes to this masterpiece, but they do not define you. They are the means through which you express the unique vibration of your being. In this symphony of life, the key to mastery lies in recognizing that you are the conductor. You are the one who orchestrates these elements into harmony with yourself. By aligning our thoughts and emotions with the higher frequencies, we can elevate our state of being, allowing us to create a life that resonates with the beauty and harmony of the true master's peace. You master being at peace. We will talk about in another episode of creation how everything we were created to do is in fact an art. But let's commence. You are not your physical body. Say it with me. You are not your meat suit. You are not your hair. You are not your skin. You are not your nose. You're not your arms or legs or lack of those things. You're not your clothing size. These are all just physical attributes of the avatar you wear, your earthly vessel that encapsulates your light. Your true identity lies beyond what you can see. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. 2 Corinthians 4:18. You are a spiritual being of consciousness, the embodiment of energy, frequency, and vibrations. You are a radiant force of light that has existed for eons. Your energy has journeyed through the universe, gathering wisdom by learning, experiencing, observing, and evolving simply by existing. This journey is not driven by a singular purpose. You are here simply to be. To be or not to be? That is the question. As Shakespeare said, embrace the expansion of your being. Remain teachable and explore your infinite potential. Your life is not a quest of a definitive purpose, but an adventure of growth and discovery. On your cosmic voyage, every experience, whether joyful or challenging, contributes to your evolution. You absorb knowledge from every interaction, observation, and moment of stillness. Growth is not a destination, but a continuous process of expanding your awareness and capabilities. Being teachable means embracing the unknown, remaining open to new perspectives, and allowing yourself to be shaped by the wisdom the universe offers. It's through this openness that you discover new dimensions of your potential, realizing that there is no limits to what you can achieve or understand. Exploration is the essence of your existence. It is through exploring your potential that you unlock new realms of possibility, not just for yourself, but for the universe as a whole. Your growth and evolution ripples outward, influencing the cosmic symphony in ways beyond comprehension. By recognizing this and adding it to your treasure trove of truth and inner knowing, you set yourself free from the constraints and illusions of the material realm. When you truly know who you are and who you are not with unwavering certainty, you unlock a profound sense of inner freedom. This deep self-awareness acts as a shield, protecting you from the influences and expectations that seek to define or confine you. In this state of clarity, you break the chains of attachments that once held you captive. Attachments to opinions of others, societal norms, or even your own fears and insecurities. These chains, which often bind you to a false sense of identity, lose their power as you recognize that your worth and essence are not dependent on external validation or material circumstances. This liberation allows you to move through life with confidence, unburdened by the need to conform or please. You become the master of your own destiny, guided by your inner truth rather than the shifting tides of external influences. No longer imprisoned by the constraints of others' expectations or the weight of past experiences, your soul is free to express itself fully and authentically. This freedom empowers you to live boldly, to make choices that align with your true self, and to pursue your highest potential without hesitation. In essence, knowing who you are and who you are not grants you unlimited freedom, the ability to live life that is true to your soul's calling, unshackled by anything that might seek to limit or define you. This is the key to living life of true empowerment, where your spirit can soar untethered and unrestrained. This inner knowing allows you to connect with your true self in Source God, the real meaning of which you exist. When we learn to develop our inner self and our inner knowing, we will find a forever home in the loving embrace of the universe, finding lasting fulfillment in a sense of being that transcends the desires of this world. Well, Ashe, I hope you enjoyed our coffee time today. Here, we always keep it brewing. I hope I was able to make your day. Until next time, you will find me here at Cafe Stimulatte. And remember, the divine in me honors the divine in you. Hello, thanks for stopping by. If you would like to contact me, email me at cafestimulatte@outlook.com. Thanks again. Bye.